Zach and Miri Make a Porno is a story of two friends who've never gone beyond friends, who find themselves in pretty serious financial straits, dire financial straits, and they decide that the easiest way to make money is to shoot a porno that they can then probably sell to kids they used to go to school with. It's a little convoluted when I was writing it, but now in the current state of the economy, it feels very plausible. Landon Rogan was a coup, man, a huge coup. When I started writing the script, I'd just seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, saw it on DVD, and loved him in it. I loved the movie, but loved him in it especially. He really popped for me. So I was like, this dude is fantastic. Somebody's got to write him a lead role. I was like, I'm going to do it. And then, you know, he'll become a movie star and he'll love me forever. So I finished the script and handed it off to him about 2 weeks before Knocked Up came out. And he was on billboards everywhere around town, around Los Angeles, and I was like, all right, I missed my window. Clearly, this dude already is a movie star. Mercifully, he liked the script enough to sign on and do it. He can sit there and add, you know, 20 lines to a delivery that all fit the scene perfectly, fit the tone of the movie perfectly, fit the character perfectly, and it's not just a dude doing it to make the crew laugh. It's a dude who's just like, I understand the character, I understand the story, I know where it needs to go, I know what the aim of each scene is, and still, I can bring this to it, and it can make it better. We kind of came up with a list of actresses who were available while we were shooting the movie at that period, and Banks was right at the top of the list, both alphabetically and because of her performances in the past. So I showed Seth the list. I was like, here are the 6 chicks I think could play Miri, and he immediately responded to Elizabeth Banks' name. He was just like, I love her. She was in 40-Year-Old Virgin. She's really funny. She got really far in the Knocked Up audition process, so she was almost the lead, female lead in Knocked Up. He's like, I can't say enough good things about her. I think she'd be great. So boom, we were off and running. Craig Robinson was a total get, not a surprise. I mean, I loved him on The Office, and when Seth suggested us that we read him, because he had just worked with him in Pineapple Express, he was like, at least bring him in. He's gone, because I think the dude's really, really funny. I was like, look, I love the dude on The Office. He's my favorite part of The Office, so I'm happy to have him come in. And he came in and knocked it out of the park, and he just underplays it so wonderfully. It's such a dry performance that works so well against some of the more antic performances in the flick. You know, we got lucky, man. We got with people with great comic sensibility like Seth and Craig Robinson. Jason Mewes I'd worked with a million times before in the past, and this was right up his alley because that dude sprang out of the womb ready to air hump or have pretend sex all the time. And then everyone like Katie Morgan, who still works in the adult film industry and has her show on HBO, was just such a natural fit because she could also act as well, which is very rare in that adult film actress set. And then we got the grand dame herself. We got Tracy Lords, whose name is almost synonymous with porn, even though she hasn't made an adult film in like 20 years. But and she kind of held her past at arm's length. But for this movie, she loved the script, and she was like, maybe it's time I embrace it and just make fun of it. And she did that. I think anybody looking for some laughs and a good time, and they'll find it in Zach and Miri Make a Porno, that's for sure. But I think most people will be kind of surprised by how ultimately sweet the movie is. Because with a name like Zach and Miri Make a Porno, you figure like, all right, it's definitely a raunchy comedy, but it's actually a very, very sweet movie. It's kind of tender. There's a tender little love story buried under all that filth.